You are banking on you having everything that you have today, tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. And I am here to tell you that in one instance, your entire life can change. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of the B is For podcast. I'm your host, Bravia, and today I want you to be here, be present, be open-minded, be intentional, be here now. That's what the B is for. Be here, because this moment is quite literally all that you have right now. Everything that you are seeing around you, whether you are watching me or whether you are listening, wherever you are, everything around you is only existent in this current moment. When you leave the room, when you step away, when you get to your next location, everything will be gone. Change happens very quickly, and this life happens very quickly if you let it pass you by. I'm talking a little softer today because I spent the whole day talking and my voice is a little bit raspy or a little hoarse right now, so I'm trying to do my best here, so bear with me. This is something that has been weighing on me so heavily lately, and I felt so compelled to talk about this right now because now is literally all we have. This is the only moment that I have to be able to do this. The foreseeable future is not promised. And so now is a moment that I feel the need to talk about it. The impermanence of life has really hit me lately. I'm going into my 30th year, and I think we spend so much of our youth thinking that we have so much time. We don't realize that we are in our best days because we think that we have so much more time. You're young, and the entire time that you're young, you're thinking about, when can I get my license? I'm ready to be an adult. I'm ready to be independent. I want my own home. I want to live my life on my terms. I don't want to be under my parents' roof. I don't want rules to be said to me in the way that they are. I'm not a child. I want you to take me seriously. All these things. And you don't realize that the very things that you're looking forward to are the things that future adults complain about because that comes with payments, because it comes with tasks that you have to do, and then the chores and the things and the items just stack endlessly, endlessly. And you spend all this time going through the motions as an adult because you have to go through all these things. You go to work because you have to pay the bills, and you do the laundry because your house has to be clean, and you have to have clothes to wear tomorrow, and you cook because you need to be able to eat, and you do all these things, and it feels so monotonous. It feels like such a chore. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, years, months, decades pass, and you're doing the same thing that you were doing 10 years ago, and you wonder where your life went. And I'm going into my 30th year, and I've realized how much everything changes. Nothing remains the same. And while that's beautiful, it's also hard, and it's scary, and it needs to be appreciated for what it is. For example, I was just talking about this with friends because now that I'm getting older, my body takes longer to adjust to things. I pulled my groin, which 10 out of 10 do not recommend. It is painful and it takes so long to heal. But I pulled my groin, and it was taking me weeks to get it back on track. I had to limit my workouts. I wasn't working out for a while. Then when I was working out, it was like only certain movements and certain things would flare it. And I'm stretching and I'm doing all these things to take good care of it. I'm icing and all this stuff, when literally 10 years ago, like 20-year-old me would go to the gym and immediately start lifting heavy without even having to warm up. Like, I would just get straight into it, no warm up, no nothing. My body would carry me. I'd be fine. I'd walk out. I wouldn't stretch after. Crazy. Now I could not do that. Now the slightest tweak, the slightest movement that's out of position or not well stretched, causes me either pain or discomfort or whatever. And I realize even in that small instance that I am getting older, that the time that I have, that the youth that's been on my side for so long is not going to be on my side for much longer. And I'm a healthy person and I take good care of myself and I grow and I expand and all these things. And so I still will remain youthful. But the reality is I can't just go to the gym and pick up weights without warming up anymore. And I think that's kind of just an analogy for life. Like, we used to be so fearless when we were younger. We used to just do the thing without thinking about it, without preparing, without thinking, the perfect moment might be at this time, or I need to do this first before I do it. You would just go. If there's something that you wanted to do, you would do it. We didn't have this fear. We didn't have these steps. We didn't have this like drag instilled in us when we were younger. And I think we forget so often that we go into the flow of things and we're just going through the motions. I also realize the impermanence of life because now that I'm getting older, I'm watching all my siblings get older. I'm watching my parents get older. I'm watching my family members get older. And I'm like, oh my God, I like do not have the time that I thought that I had. If you know me, if you've been listening to the pod for a while and now, you know Natalia. If you know me, you know Natalia. She's my best friend. A few months ago, her dad passed away unexpectedly, and they were very, very close. And I'm very close with her family. And watching her navigate this and watching her family navigate it is something that is difficult to watch. It's difficult to experience. I miss him. Like, I loved him. And I think in seeing all of this, it's really made me realize how impermanent life is. Like, you think that you're going to have these moments, and sometimes you don't. And so it made me appreciate and spend more time talking to my parents, seeing my parents, being intentional with my parents, being forgiving towards my parents. Because let's be real, like every kid has something that their parent does that annoys them in the same way, vice versa, I'm sure. But you learn to just like let certain things go because you realize that the moment that you have is literally all that you have. I have always been aware of the impermanence of the present. I literally have a tattoo on my neck. If you're watching, you'll see it. And if you're listening, I'm sure you'll see it at some point, but it says Hic et Nunc. You may be able to see it. And it means here and now in Latin. And I got this tattoo years ago as a reminder to myself every time I look in the mirror that this is the only moment I have, here and now. Here and now is the only time that I will look like this. I better appreciate it. Here and now is the only time that I will feel like this. I better appreciate it. Here and now is the only opportunity that I get to do the things that I want to do, and I better appreciate it. Not only that, take advantage of it. Life is impermanent. Everything around you is impermanent. And so I've had this really strong awakening recently of how impermanent everything is. And I'm starting to realize that so many of us go through the motions, like I said, and we're not taking enough time to slow down and be present in the moment that we have. And I get it. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting here walking through every single moment of my life like this is the only moment I got. Because we think, tomorrow comes. And in the universe's favor, it does. And I have bills to pay and I have things to do and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I get it. We live in a world where we have to keep moving as if tomorrow is going to happen. But we need to appreciate the moments that we're in, even if tomorrow is going to happen. We need to appreciate the opportunities we had today, even if tomorrow is going to happen. Like I said, today I spent all day talking, socializing, etc., which was such a great experience for me. I loved it. And I got home and I was like, I'm exhausted. I barely have the mental capacity to do anything. I just want to relax, plan for my week, and keep it pushing. And I literally looked at this topic because I wrote it down and it's come up in my shower thoughts. It's come up on my walks. It's come up during my workouts. And I'm like, Bria, what are you waiting for? You have to talk about it now. You think you're going to get tomorrow to talk about it? Like, that's very wishful thinking. And you may get tomorrow to talk about it, thank goodness. But like, do it now. Do it now. And so that goes into me saying, like, the reason why I want to talk about impermanence is because you are banking on you having everything that you have today, tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. And I am here to tell you that in one instance, your entire life can change. In one instance, you can lose someone, you can gain someone, you can lose a job, you can gain a job, you can injure yourself, you can get healthy. There are small moments that can completely change your life. And I'm not saying this to give you anxiety, but I am saying this to realize how real that is. Your life can change in a second. If you are not appreciating the moment that you are in right now, there will come a time where you wish that you did. It's almost guaranteed. It's pretty much guaranteed. I think this realization has really hit me because I've been starting to think about, I never was someone actually who viewed my life 50 years out. I just wasn't that type of person. I really operated in like, this is what's happening now, and I'm setting myself up for quote unquote said future, but I have no idea what that looks like, and I don't spend a ton of time thinking about it either. But recently, because of this thought process around impermanence, I was thinking, okay, let's say I do get to that point. Let's say I get to 80 years old, universe willing, and I look around and I look at my life and I look at how I spent my youth, how I spent my years, how I spent my time. Would I be proud of how I'm doing it, how I'm spending it, what I'm doing, how present I was? Will I look back and say, oh, I wish I did that? Will I look back and say, I should have took the risk? Will I look back and say, I should have just enjoyed it while I had it? And that scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me because I, for once, thought about myself down the road and how I would view myself now, right now, and thought, am I living a life well lived? Am I doing the things that I desire to do? Am I doing things that future me will be so proud of me doing? And that really put a lot of stuff into perspective because there is nothing that I can say right now I fear more than not living enough. And that also comes with being where your feet are. As much as you possibly can, being where your feet are. So, this message is for you because if you are listening to this right now, you are meant to. If you are listening to this right now, you are being present with this conversation. And this message is intended for you. Stop waiting. Stop going through emotions. Look at what you're doing on a day-to-day and stop doing things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, waiting for the moment, for the day, for the minute that everything will change. It will. It could now. But at least appreciate what you're in. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start the business. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to post on social media more. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to tell that person that you have feelings for them and you like them. Stop waiting for the moment to ask for forgiveness. Stop waiting for the moment to forgive. Stop waiting for the moment that you are going to be perfectly ready, because you're not. You are not going to be perfectly ready for anything ever. There will be times that you are more ready. There will be times that you are less ready, but you will find a way to be ready when it calls you. Stop waiting. You don't have time. You don't have time. Time is not promised. And I am not saying rush the process. I'm not saying force something. What I'm saying is, if you are in a waiting period, if you know that you are tangibly working towards something every single day and the time just hasn't quite come yet, but it's on the horizon, I'm not saying force the timing of the universe. I am saying be present in the process. Be present in the journey and enjoy aspects of it, because there is going to come a point where you look back and you say, I wish that I just honored myself through the growing period, through the stretching period, through the waiting period. I wish that I just enjoyed it. I'm even thinking to myself, right? I have been single for a while and I want love. I want partnership. I want true, full, deep connection with someone. And a part of me is like, oh, I just want that to happen already. But then recently a friend called me and she's like, hey, do you want to go to Brazil with me? And like, whether or not we go, TBD. She's like, hey, do you want to go to Brazil with me? Actually, by the time this episode comes out, I might have already gone to Brazil. But she's like, hey, do you want to go with me? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hell yeah, I do. Life is short. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. She's like, can you get the time off? I'm like, I'm going to make the time off. I'll figure it out. And multiple things popped in my head. First thing, well, you might want to save your PTO for later. For what? Save it for what? A future that isn't promised? Or take the opportunity now? And then the next thought came up and I was like, you know, if I had a man, I probably couldn't just up and go to Brazil the way that I'm going. Like the freedom that I have. When I find my partner, I have the rest of my life, God willing, the rest of my life to spend in partnership with them. So I need to be enjoying the independence, the freedom, the selfishness that I can have and do have right now. Because this is my period to do that. I am on my own timeline. This is the point in my timeline where I'm experiencing that, and I need to experience it and love it and cherish it and honor it to the fullest, because it is all I have. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop wishing in future. No. Sorry. It's okay to wish. It's okay to have dreams. It's okay to want amazing things for yourself in the future. But I need you to pause and think how many amazing things you have in your life right now. Look around you. Are you able to see? Are you able to smell? Are you able to touch? Are you able to feel? Are you able to taste? Are you able to move your body without ailment, without pain? Are you healthy? Are you happy? Did you smile today? Smile right now. The fact that you were able to do that, be thankful for the moment that you're in. What if it was your last? What if the interaction that you had with the person at the coffee shop today is the last time you'll have an interaction with them because they moved to another city and you never see them again and they're your favorite barista? What if this phone call that you had with your parents is the one that absolutely makes your day and makes their day, and maybe it's your last one? What if the person that you have been friends with for so long meets the love of their life and moves? Would you cherish the moment that you had with them more if you knew that? Stop thinking that you're going to have all these opportunities endlessly. You could, but you also couldn't. So enjoy the ones that you have right now. Enjoy your life right now. Find gratitude in the things that you have in this moment. Everything is impermanent. Everything that you have ever loved is a conditioned thing. It is not permanent. There's a quote in a book that I read years ago, and it popped up in my head today, and I wanted to share it with you because it was so beautiful. It's from the book A Gentle Reminder, and the author is Bianca Sparacino. I hope I'm saying that right. And she said, in a society that has taught us to favor being cool over being connected, promise yourself that you will always choose to be the person who cares, to be the person who does not desensitize themselves, to be the person who slams their heart into the people who excite it without hesitation, without worrying if it is too much or too intense or too loud. Trust me when I say that you will never scare off the souls that will fully understand you and nurture you and celebrate you by being open to this world, by being honest, by being the kind of person who loves deeply. Do not water yourself down. Do not silence the part of yourselves that leap towards the beauty you see in other human beings and other beautiful things. Be all that you are. Be all that you are. Stop waiting to be you. Stop waiting to express yourself. Stop waiting until you've perfectly done your makeup and hair to take the picture. Stop waiting to put yourself out there to make more friends. Stop holding yourself back from being who you are, for saying how you feel, for wanting what you want. Because you might not get tomorrow to do it. So you might as well do it now. Love with your entire heart. She said, slam your chest into the people that excite you. I could not agree more. Do it. Do it. What's better, the pain of the outcome or the pain of future you looking back on that moment and wishing that you did? Live wholeheartedly. And sometimes living means chilling on your couch, watching a movie because that is what you deeply desire that day. And sometimes living means taking a risk and doing something that scares you because you know deep, 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 deep down, you want to do it. Your soul aches to do it. You yearn to do it. Stop fighting yourself and your desires and your wants and your needs because you think that there will be a point in time where you can receive those things. Go for it now and go all in. Stop waiting. Life is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. We constantly chase certainty in a universe whose only promise is change. Suffering comes from pretending that things are meant to stay the same. They're not. They won't. Things constantly evolve. Your body will change, your mind will change, your friends will change, your environment will change, your health will change. Suffering is trying to stick to what something once was. Joy is appreciating it for what it is right now. Let go of whatever is holding you back. Let go of the fear. Let go of the ailments that you've placed on yourself. Let go of what society has told you is right or wrong. Let go of all of it. If your heart is calling for it, if it is right for you, pursue it and pursue it now. Don't wait. It is impermanent. I have tattoos on my body, and guess what? People are like, oh, permanent tattoos, they'll last forever. Babe, this body won't last forever. I will be in the soil at some point, and this will all be gone. It might stay with me now, but it won't stay with me forever. You understand? Life has so much richness and joy and beauty in it, and you have to appreciate it while you have it. Stop waiting. You are meant for more. You have a calling in you. You have something that pulls you. You have something that your heart just yearns for. Those things, those desires are really who you are. Fighting them, going through the motions, not appreciating them, not doing them is moving you away from your life's purpose, is keeping you stagnant, is keeping you still in a life that is supposed to change, that is supposed to be fluid, that is supposed to move. And the last thing that I want for me or for you is to get down the road and look back and wish that I appreciated it, wish that I did it, wish that I pursued it. And when in that phase of time, youth and drive and etc. aren't on my side the way that they are now, it will be harder to change it then than it will be to do right now. That being said, live your life, babe. Live it fully. Take the risk. Enjoy the moment. Be thankful for the journey. Appreciate what you have. If you woke up tomorrow with the things that you were grateful for today, what would you wake up with? Lean into those things. Enjoy them. Share them. And chase your dreams. If you have it in you, it means that a part of you in some timeline, in some era, has it. Keep pushing for it. Life is short. I know it sounds cliche, but it really is. It really, really is. Live it the best way you know how. My recommendation is be present. That is all for this week. I hope this message resonated with you. I adore you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will chat with you very soon.